Hey, what's up, everyone? Gaming Hearts 1 here, and today I'm going to talk briefly about Guilty Gear Strive. And this game, I feel, is one that it's gone off the radar in terms of like popular video games, mainly because it's probably one of the better fighting games that we've seen within the past 3 years. And it's actually the first game within its series to reach a million in sales or go over a million in terms of sales. And the thing is, the Guilty Gear series has been around since 1998, and even then it was overlooked and it was considered to be underrated. And like for the most part, the Guilty Gear series has pretty much like delivered some underrated gems that has gone overlooked by casual gamers, mainly because the Guilty Gear series, especially like with this last game, Guilty Gear Strive from 2021, these type of games are made for hardcore gamers, not necessarily for casuals, because for the most part, like the mechanics and moves and all that stuff is hard for them to pull off, because you have to really be dedicated and like into the series in order to like get better at the game. But at the same time, you look at the animation and the visuals for Guilty Gear Strive, it's some of the best that you'll ever see in any video game within the fighting genre, period. And this game was it was the successor to the Guilty Gear Xrd Sign game that came out back in 2014. And those games that particular game was for the PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Microsoft Windows. And honestly, like this game, Guilty Gear Strive, like when it first came out, it was on PlayStation consoles like the PS4, PS5, and it was also on like Microsoft Windows as well. But the thing is, we learned this past month that Guilty Gear Strive is going to be coming to the Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Now, it's somewhat rare to have a Guilty Gear game on Xbox consoles, because you look at the main you look at the main series, like the main installments. The last main Guilty Gear game that we got on an Xbox console was Guilty Gear 2 Overture, which came out on the Xbox 360 back in 2007. And for the most part, Guilty Gears remain on PlayStation consoles, mainly because that's where it became popular. But as you know, like when it comes down to like Sony's consoles, like there's a lot of different video games and from different genres that are more popular than the fighting genre that overshadows that of Guilty Gear. And a lot of people are like more into action adventure RPGs and shooter games in general when it comes down to, I guess, the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. And a lot of people are becoming PC gamers more and more now. So people have more options in relation to video games and all that stuff. And I do feel that for the most part, that's one of the main reasons why Guilty Gear as a series has been overshadowed for so long, especially like within this past decade. Because you look at the fighting genre, you've seen Mortal Kombat become more popular than it was back in the 90s. Street Fighter began to become like more and more popular as the teen decade progressed. You had Tekken 7, which was probably one of the best fighting games of the past decade. Basically, Guilty Gear in general just got overshadowed for the most part. But I do feel that Guilty Gear Strive is something that it's going to bring the series, I guess, back into the spotlight moving forward for the most part, because it seemed like this installment got more mainstream attention than the previous installments that we have seen within the past 20 years or so. And we learned that Guilty Gear Strive is supposed to be coming out for Xbox One and Xbox Series X sometime, I believe, early in 2023. I'm not exactly sure what the date is, but we have recently learned that Arc System Works had announced a special showcase that they're supposed to be hosting on November 21st. And I think it's going to have something to do with maybe additional features or possibly like DLC characters and all that, which is cool, as long as it's not like riddled with like microtransactions or anything like that. But for the most part, Guilty Gear Strive, I do feel it being on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X could it's definitely going to help the game, I guess, sell more units worldwide. But when it comes down to the Xbox consoles, more people are into specific games like within like the shooter genre or RPG genre or what have you. But who knows? I mean, maybe Guilty Gear Strive can end up reaching somewhere around like 2 million before the end of 2023. We're just gonna have to wait and see.